Bookish Besties, and Merry almost Christmas, and happy holidays to all of you. Welcome back to my series of setting up my 2025 book journal. We are winding down to the final few videos. This is episode 10 out of 11, where we are going to be making all 12 of my monthlies. So in 2024, I made all my monthlies as each month came, but I found that I wasn't always having access to all of my materials on the day of, and I couldn't set it up beforehand because I didn't know how many books I'd finish before then. So it just became kind of stressful trying to manage that. So instead, I'm going to be making all 12 monthlies at the beginning of my first book journal of the year. I might, depending on how I'm feeling about it, still create little recaps for each month, just so I can still create something that month that resonates with what I've done. Well, there's a lot to make, so let's get right into it. So I started with some graph paper and I outlined the days of each month on its own page. So for each page for each month, I have one 3x3 scale and two 1x1 scales. And you'll see their purpose soon, but once I've outlined each of these and keeping them in order so I don't get confused, I'm going to cut them each out. So starting with my first page, I'm pressing it down so I know that it'll stay, and then I pull out all my fun supplies I'm planning to use, like my washi tape, stickers, paper cutouts, etc. I knew I wanted to use this washi tape already, so I put that down on the first layer, and then I added this cute cake paper here with my Tombow tape. I found this cute girl from one of my PET tapes, and so when I was trying to figure out where to put her, I was able to see what next I needed to put down. So since I wanted to put her in this little corner, I needed to add some layers here with my washi tape. Back on the left side, I added this other cutout paper and added the girl on there. Right about here is when I needed to decide where to put those cutouts that I first made. So I looked around for the right placement and once decided, taped those down. Sometimes I admit I'm winging it as I go because as I put one element down, I realize a new place I want the other elements. So I always try to plan it out, but I get a little spontaneous, so I just might look like I'm changing things up here. I added some more designs here with washi tapes and paper, and now is where I'm going to put the month and label everything else. So in the blank space on the left, I wanted to put my hopefuls and add a small rating for them. I like to write out my hopefuls because it gives me a guideline of what I'm going to read this month. I limit myself to about 3 or 4 hopefuls each month, even though I read more than that, so that any extra books I find along the way are free game for whenever I want to. The big 3x3 of the calendar is my page tracker. This is where I'll put how many pages I read each day for the month. I don't try to set a limit for how many pages I should read each month because then I feel like it becomes more of a task than for fun, but I do like to track it just to see. So for the page trackers, I make it larger because I have to write in a number, but these ones can be small because I'm just coloring it in on the days that I've done whatever habit it is. So the 2 habits I'm focusing on for 2025 is posting on Bookstagram and writing. So if that day I did both of those, I get to color in the square, and that keeps me accountable to see what I may have less focus on from this month. At the end of everything, I like to add in some extra small details because those little tiny stickers make all the difference for me. So this one is all done now. And now it's just time to vary it up and make 11 more. Since I recorded both February and March, I'll let this be a little cozy watch through of me making them, but you can skip ahead if you'd like to. Go to the preview of each page and my recap and final statements. now this is the flip through of my final pages. And that's it. Monthly pages are such a nice way to keep track of things and document what I've read. But like always, adjust this spread and these pages to what you want to be tracking or what you want to be documenting. I hope you enjoyed this video. We're just about finished with the series, but we have one more video, and it's arguably the most important one, which is making your reviews for your book journal. So tune in next Monday to see what I do. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and check out my Instagram at @seas.library for more updates. I will be hosting a giveaway on there later this week for a pre-made book journal that I set up from my videos. So until next week, happy reading. So tune in next Monday to see what I do with my reviews and blah 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 blah. I know what I want to say, I just haven't said it. Just to